Good evening and welcome to the Carroll Tiger Vision live stream volleyball. I'm Brian Hogue and I'll be doing some play-by-play of tonight's match between the Carroll Tigers and the Denison Schleswig Monarchs of the Hawkeye 10 Conference. Earlier this evening, the Tiger freshmen handled the Monarchs 25-11 and 25-15, and the Tiger JV also won 25-13 and 25-20. Last season, the Monarchs and Tigers did not meet in the regular season, but Carroll did get a win over the Monarchs in a 4A regional semifinal, 3-0. Denison Schleswig is 4-15 on the season after going 2-4 at Griswold on Saturday. They lost to Griswold, Adair Casey Guthrie Center, Avoca Hancock Shelbyton at Walnut, and Riverside of Oakland, while knocking off IKM Manning and Southwest Valley of Corning. Carroll is 6-6 after splitting 4 matches at Spencer on Saturday. Tigers beat Esterville, Lincoln Central, and Algona, but lost to Cherokee and Humboldt. All the matches were 2-0. We got about 2.5 minutes left in warm-ups. Then we'll be doing introductions in the national anthem. A little bit about Denison. Senior middle and right side hitter Hannah Slater is Denison's kill leader, with 2 returning starters, middle Kyra Langenfeld and outside Sophie Sonicson close behind in a fairly balanced attack. Anna Wiggis, junior libero, is tops and digs. Claire Linen and Kaylee Baker are both sophomore setters. They're the assist leaders in Denison Schleswig's 2-setter system. From the stats, it appears that Denison Schleswig won't be afraid to attack, but so far in the season they've made just enough hitting errors to keep them from winning matches. If the Monarchs get hot with their hitting, it could present problems for the Tigers. For the Tigers, senior outside hitter Josie Ayala tops the Tigers in kills, and senior right hitter Alyssa Brandt is second. Josie is also the block leader and is second in digs. Alyssa is second in 2 categories: service aces behind junior defensive specialist Madison Tuning, and serve percentage behind junior setter Caitlin Tegas. Caitlin is on top of the assist list. Senior middle Lexi Thornock is second in blocks, and senior libero Hannah Jorgensen is the dig leader. We've got a good crowd tonight. It's basketball jersey night. There's a lot of basketball jerseys over there. I didn't know it, or I would have. I don't have one, so it didn't matter if I knew or not. I don't own a basketball jersey, but at any rate, a lot of Carroll students in the student section, and we've got a decent crowd from Denison Schleswig. About 30 seconds to go before warm-ups are over. Probably have just enough time here to get the Tiger Vision sponsors in. 712 Youth Group, Carroll High Booster Club, CHS Foundation, Culver's, Edward Jones, Shelley Halaska, I Saw the Sign, New Way Ford, Team Auto Group, United Bank of Iowa, and Western Iowa Networks, the Tiger Vision sponsors for this season. Well, they're getting ready for warm-ups. The Tigers, after tonight, travel to Winterset on Thursday for their next freshman JV varsity action.
And your Carroll Tigers. Carroll High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior at all activities. Please encourage players and coaches with positive comments and acts and respect the decisions of the officials. What you do and say reflects on your team, your school, and your community. Please enjoy tonight's match by the sport. At this time, we'd like to welcome our game officials, Rusty Wintermote and Paul Lynch. For the starting lineup, we recognize the non-starters. First for the Monarchs, number 2, Ashlyn Herring. Number 6, Addison Inman. Number 10, Julie Baker. Number 11, Lily Allen. And number 18, Autumn Nemeth. Now here are the non-starters for your Carroll Tigers. Number 1, Shay Sinar. Number 5, Riley Noggle. Number 6, Ian Ansinger. Number 9, Ken Shabel. Number 11, Chloe Ludwig. Number 14, Alyssa Brandt. And number 17, Heather Kennebeck. Now here are the starting lineups. First for Denison Swaswig, number 0, Taylor Langenfeld. Number 1, Claire Lyman. Number 3, Caitlin Broom. Number 8, Karen Fink. Number 12, Sophie Sonicson. Number 17, Hannah Slater.
17 is where we got to figure out where she's playing.
The Monarchs are coached by Mackenzie Mitch. Now here's the starting lineup for your Carroll Tigers. Number 3, Maddie Tuning. Number 4, Josie Ayala. Number 7, Ava Gross. Number 8, Caitlin Tigas. Number 10, Alexa Thornock. And number 12, Haley Hoffman. The libero for your Tigers is Hannah Jorgensen, number 2. Tigers are coached by Virginia Quinn, assisted by Kim Redmond. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise for the singing of our national anthem by the Carroll High Choir.
Mentioned last match that we did, teams probably will not change sides between sets due to leftover from the coronavirus rules from last year. So Carroll will be on our right side, which would be the south side of the gym, and Denison Schleswig will be immediately in front of us on the north end for the sets this evening. We're just double checking Denison's lineups. They've had a few changes from what they'd originally discussed with me. And we'll see what they have. I'm assuming somebody's going to serve here pretty quick. Okay. So Madison Tuning now, junior back row specialist, starts out the Tigers now with serving. Picked up by the libero, Vegas. Tip over, tip kill there by Sophie Sonicson for the Monarchs. Served by Sonicson. Going to get a free ball over by Josie. And another tip there by number 6, Inman. And a tip ball over for a kill. Caitlin Tegas now, Tiger setter, now serving. Wiggis with the pass. Hard hit there by number 6 for the Monarchs. Oh. And blocked out, so there's a kill for Josier for the Tigers. Push, but a fine dig. And a kill by Josie. Fine dig there by Madison Tuning, getting that short ball up in the air and making it playable. Push over there by Slater for the Monarchs, mishandled by the Tigers. Number 2, Ashlyn Herrig, junior, now serving. Lexi Thornart, senior for the Tigers, number 10, returns to the lineup. Tigers have 3 hitters up. Alyssa Brandt, Lexi Thornock, and Josie Ayala. There's an ace serve for Hannah Jorgensen. Hannah, the libero. Another hard serve, but a good pass. Set by Leinen. And mishandled at the net. Set was a little tight to handle. Jorgensen, Hannah again serving. There's another ace. It's 3 straight points for Hannah. Another hard serve. Oh, man, it didn't quite get over. I'll tell you, Hannah Jorgensen coming up from her serve position to pick that one up off the floor. And then we had a tip by Sophie Sonicson for the Monarchs for the kill. Lexi Thornock with a cross-court attack. Ball set over the net. Oh, that's 2 contacts by the setter. Another point for the Tigers. Josie Ayala back to serve. Attack by Alyssa Brandt. Good solid kill there for the Monarchs by Inman. Off the fingertips and dropping in. Number 8, Taryn Fink now serving. Josie with the pass. Alyssa with the kill. Off the block and out. Alyssa now back to serve. Nice low serve, and there's an ace. Cameron Shable now in the middle for the Tigers. Ball pass out, saved there by the Monarchs. Nice set. There's a kill hitting off the left side by Cameron. Alyssa's still serving. Score 11-4. Oh, just ticked the top of the net and dropped. Point for the Monarchs. Looks like the libero and a Wiggis will be the server. Ava Gross checks into the game. Serve to Ava, picked up. And just a little bit long there by Cameron. Again, Wiggis with the serve. That's long. Let's see. Okay, there's a kill on the outside. I just noticed Haley Hoffman came in after that last ball. She's now in the middle. With Josie hitting outside. Servers Lexi. So far, the Tigers have had a reasonably varied attack. They've been able to set middle and outside. Lexi's back ready to serve. Conference there between Captain Josie and the official. Lexi's serve just wide. Okay, and Hannah comes in for Lexi to play back row. Right now in the front row, we've got number 9, Cameron Shable, our setter, Caitlin, and Josie Ayala. Handled there by Madison, or excuse me, by Ava Gross. Push over, picked up by Caitlin. Back row attack by Josie. Caitlin with a little dump over. Save, Josie picks it up in the back, set by Caitlin to the outside. Cameron with a hard hit, but sent back by the Monarchs. And Cameron gets another shot at it, and the Monarchs push it into the net. There's 2 hard hits there on the outside by Cameron Shable. scoring on the second one. Okay, Madison Tuning coming in. And back to the start where she served for the first part of the set. This little floating serve, way to the outside on the set. Oh, terrific save, but I think they called 2 contacts. Yeah, 2 contacts, I'm pretty sure, on Madison on a hard hit ball. So there's a kill for the Monarchs. Josie with a tip. So there's a little tip kill. Sonicson was the server on that ball. Okay, we got Alyssa now coming in for Ava. So we have three hitters up front. Served by Caitlin. A nice set in the middle. Right idea, but Caitlin Bruin for the Monarchs just didn't quite get enough arm extension to get that one over the net. Okay, again, Caitlin back serving. Popped up. Free balled over. Set by Caitlin. Cross court by Alyssa. Another nice pickup by Hannah. Well, there's 2 nice plays in a row by the Monarchs at the net. They might save that one too. Good hustle by the Monarchs. Oh! Well, that was a solid effort by Denison Schleswig. Just couldn't get that last ball over. Okay, Caitlin still serving. Score 17-8. Soft serve. Call out a touch. That was touched and went out, so it'd be a point. Good set there by Claire Leinen. Herrig serve. Passed up by Hannah. Tip over, didn't quite make it. Well, you can kind of see those openings, and they had the right idea. Hannah was coming up as fast as she could. She read that tip right away. Might have been able to get it. Good serve by Hannah. Yeah, they were in the net on that ball, I believe. Okay, 19-9. Another timeout there for the Monarchs. If they pan around the gym and you happen to notice Denison's head coach, Mackenzie Mitch, is on a little scooter. She suffered a foot injury at practice, and real recently, and she's probably lucky she's even here. Okay, Hannah serving. You got to keep an eye on the subs. I've missed a couple of them. Hard serve right down the middle. Bump set, push over. Alyssa going to attack. Right back to Alyssa. Ball into the back row attack by Josie. Actually not a back row attack, she just picked it up. And ball into the net. Score 20-9. You can see attack errors that have plagued the Monarchs most of this season. Hard serve again down the middle. Again, nice set by Linen, but hit just too long by Wiggis. No, that was Inman, excuse me, not Wiggis. Okay, there's another point for the Tigers. Touched and out. Hannah still serving. Driving serve. Ball touched. There's a kill for Hannah Slater. Off the touch and out. Number 10, Kaylee Baker serving for the Monarchs. Passed up by Hannah. And a little soft there by Lexi into the net. Score 22-11. Pass by Hannah. Set to the middle to Josie. And there's a kill for Josie. Okay, we got Cameron Shable coming in. Madison Tuning coming out. Serve might have gone a little long, but you know, if you're not sure, you have to play it. So there's an ace serve for Josie. One more point for the set. Ball's going to get handled, free balled over. You get a nice pass. Oh, and just out by Lexi. Trying to hit that empty spot there on the Monarchs' right side. Pass by Alyssa. Set over to Cameron. Ball went into the net. Those four hits. 24-13. With Taryn Fink still serving. Josie with the pass. And the ball tipped over by Cameron Shable and returned out of bounds. That'll give the set to the Tigers 25-13. That kind of looks like a tie to me. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but if the hoop is right exactly around the middle, but it must not be. It looks like maybe the...
All right, we actually have a tie.
Yeah.
So if you are duck number 72 or 73, you can go and meet Carrie out at the front and she will give you your prize.
Well, Ducks number 72 and 73 must have just figured out who they were, so they're heading out to get their prizes, and everybody else is helping pick up ducks. That was certainly interesting. All right. Well, it looks like in the first set, Josie had a minimum of 6 kills. Cameron Schabel had a couple. Had a few ace serves. Alyssa and 2 out of Hannah for sure. We're just keeping partial stats up here. It's for those of you listening and watching, you know how fast this game goes, and there's just a lot of times where I'm not going to say anything because I'm not 100% sure who did what. So I'll try to give you some results and try to give you an idea of how the points finish and who the servers are, and if we have any outstanding plays. All right, we're getting ready for set number 2. We have the Monarchs freshman JV team doing a cheer in front of us. And the Tigers are out on the floor with, let's see, Cameron is in the front row. Caitlin. And Haley Hoffman is in the front row. Hannah's checking in. In the back row we have Josie and Ava Gross. Got a little bit of a change in the lineup. Our 2 hitters up front will be Cameron and Haley. So for the Monarchs, it's number 1, I believe, serving. Linen. Hannah with the pass. You're going to have to free ball this one over. Josie with a free ball. There's Slater with the kill. Cross-court kill by Hannah Slater. So Linen again serving. Passed up by Ava. Good swing by Cameron. The ball just makes it over the net for the Monarchs. There's a tip. Good ball placement there by number 3, Caitlin Bruin for the Monarchs. Driving serve, passed by Hannah. Hard free ball over by Ava. Tip, picked up by Ava. Ball going over there by Cameron. Cameron with a swing. And a kill. Good by Cameron Schabel. All right, Madison Tuning now serving. A little tight to the net there, but oh, good push. Good push by the Monarchs. They set to the outside to Josie. Cross court and in. Another kill by Josie. Caitlin serving. We have Alyssa, Josie, and Haley in the front row. Solid hit there by Inman. Just went out. Caitlin still serving. Set up, attack there. Ooh, there's a kill by Hannah Slater. She's been the Monarchs' kill leader this season. Ashlyn Herrig now serving. Pass by Hannah. Cross court from Josie gets picked up. And into the net. That knots it at 4. Okay, we have Lexi now checking in. Hannah serving. 3-balled over. Back set to Alyssa. And off the ceiling for a kill by Alyssa. Serve was a little low there by Hannah. Score now 5-5. Kaylee Baker, sophomore, for the Monarchs is serving. And a nice hit from the outside by Inman. Puts the Monarchs in the lead, 6-5. Well, the hard hit ball there, killed by Josie. All that got started with a nice pass by Madison Tuning. Josie now back to serve. Quick set, picked up in the back row. Alyssa hitting from the right side for the kill. Got Cameron and Lexi. In the front row for the Tigers. Josie with the pass. And Lexi with a hit to the corner for a kill. Set there, 3-balled over. Hannah with the pickup. And I don't think there was a touch on that. Someone was in the net. Oh, yeah, Denison Schleswig was in the net on that ball, so that's a kill for Alyssa cross court. Now we have a timeout. We do have our Tiger Vision team of students working. Miles Bogue, Brighton Hadway, Elisha Lowe, Brandon Bohawk, Jack Friel, Carson Schoenfeld, and Dylan Hosenfeld are our Tiger Vision crew. They're all down in the control booth working. Score is 9-6. Carroll took the first set, 25-13. This evening, Cameron Shable's been hitting off the left side. She usually plays middle. And Lexi Thornock's playing her usual spot in the middle, where those two have gone back and forth playing middle. So they're on the lineup at the same time. Josie's serve, hard driving serve. Going to be free-balled over, it looks like. Hannah picking it up. Back set to Alyssa. good block by the Monarchs. One of their first blocks of the night by number 0 Langenfeld, number 6 Inman. Okay, Fink back to serve. Going to Hannah with the pass. Lexi with the swing. Just a little bit long. She overran the ball a little bit on that one. Oh, we have a timeout. A tie and a shoe. We've got Cameron and Lexi hitting in the front row. Passed up by Josie. Alyssa. It's kind of a tip over. Set to Alyssa. And off the fingertips for another kill by Alyssa Brandt. 10-8 with Alyssa serving now. There's an ace for Alyssa. There's the old dying duck serve. Looked like it was going right to Taryn Fink and dropped in front of her. Alyssa still serving. Now down the middle and another ace. Monarchs unable to handle the last two serves. There's a solid serve. Set up to the outside. Whoa, and a great play by Sophie Sonicson there. Drove across court, off the fingertips for a point for the Monarchs. Ava Gross now coming in to play back row. Wiggis, the libero, serving. That one's long. Lexi Thornock here with the serve. Nice pass. Good push. I believe that was number 12, Sonicson, with that push. Our server now is Linen. Setter. Hannah with the pass. Cameron with a hard swing, taken back across the net by the Monarchs. And Haley just a little bit short on that swing. Again, we got Linen back to serve. One of their two sophomore setters. Hannah again with the pass. And there's a nice swing by Haley for the kill. Cameron checking out. Madison coming in. Let's see if 17, there we go. Hannah with the dig. Over to Josie with a hard kill. Started Madison Tuning's serving turn with a kill. In Madison to serve. Tacked over, picked up by Ava Gross. Tipped over and out. Well, with a little push. Diving attempt at the save there by Hannah. And now we've got Sophie Sonicson serving. Again, Hannah with the pass. Ball got a little tight to the net there to play. Point for the Monarchs. Hannah again on the pass. Set up nicely to Josie. Picked up by Wiggis. And just was a little bit long there by Autumn Nemitz, the outside hitter for the Monarchs. Okay. Caitlin now serving. Wiggis picking it up. Back set. Ball hit hard, but picked up by Madison Tuning and over the net for point for the Tigers. Caitlin again serving. Got a little too much on that one. Okay, 18-14. A little tighter set than the first one. Number 3, Caitlin Brune serving now for the Monarchs. Josie with a pass. Bump set. And Josie a little short on that swing. 18-15. Josie with the pass. Set to the middle to Ashlyn, and Ashlyn hitting out of the middle, or excuse me, Alyssa hitting out of the middle on that one with the kill. Hannah serving. She goes with that hard long one again. Yeah, it was, but just a little bit too long. Tigers have missed a few serves this set. Had a couple more hitting errors than they did the first set, keeping the Monarchs tight in this one. Tigers up by 3. Baker serving. Hannah with the pass. There's the set. And Josie with a hard kill. A couple more of those would be nice. Cameron checking in. Assuming she'll hit here off the left side with Josie serving. Serve to Wiggis. Set. And there's a kill for Carroll Langenfeld. Hard hit ball. Set up well by Leinen. Fink back to set. 2017 for the Tigers. Josie with the pass. Alyssa with a little tip. Very, very smart decision on that ball. Tip it to where they aren't. That usually works. Alyssa now serving. Wiggis with the pickup. Little circle around. And that one's going into the bleachers. Good hustle. But ball was just way too deep to get a play on it. 21-18. Monarchs still in this set. Ava Gross coming in now. Pass by Hannah. Swing by Cameron. Tip. And there's a good tip by Sophie Sonicson. Again, well placed. And back to serve is libero Anna Wiggis. A little lack of communication there. I think Ava thought she was going to pick that one up. 21-20. That one's going out. Well, you see that a lot in volleyball. A team gets a chance to tie it, and you're down by 1, and all of a sudden you're down by 2. There's an error. You see that an awful lot. Lexi back to serve. Good hard serve. Set to the outside. And that ball was tipped out. Couldn't tell there, it looked almost like there was a touch on it. I think it went on the other side of the antenna, didn't it? But anyway, it was tipped and it was out. Line judge had a whole lot better view of that than I do. Score now 23-20. Tigers can get this point and make it 24. And you get to 24 and you're up by 4. It makes it really tough on the other team because they can't make an error. Got to score 4 points in a row without making a mistake. Okay, Lexi again serving. There's a hard serve, set nicely. Hard swing, passed up by Josie, pushed over by Josie. Actually dug up by Josie, if I'm going to use the right terminology. Pass by Ava. Swing there in the middle. And we're going to the outside here to Cameron. Josie with a good pick up there. And off the fingers of Wiggis, who made a nice try on that ball. Making it now 24. Boy, a lot of quick action going on there. Haley Hoffman had a good touch on the ball. And that ball is going to be tough to handle. It's going to be a free ball over. We'll see if the Tigers can take advantage of a free ball. It goes to Cameron. Set back over. There's the set. And the winning point for this particular set goes to Haley Hoffman. 25-20, and the Tigers take a second set. And kind of a wild one there in the middle. Pulled away at the end to win by 5. And if you tuned in late earlier this evening, the Tiger freshman team beat the Monarchs 25-11 and 25-15. And the JV Tigers also took care of the Monarchs 25-13 and 25-20. Monarchs coming in with not a very good varsity record, but they've hit a ton out of the ball. They've just made quite a few errors, hitting errors. That seems to be their problem this season. They just can't seem to get a lot of good clean hits without making the mistakes. Tigers have had fairly balanced attack. Alyssa Brandt and Josie Ayala, probably they're leading in kills, but everybody's gotten in on the action on the kills. So they're doing real well. Haley Hoffman coming off the bench for the second set, had 4 kills. She's out there to start the third set. So it looks like we've got Haley, Josie, Caitlin, Lexi, Madison, and Ava. I'm wondering if they'll give Hannah a rest this set. She's probably had twice as many passes as the rest of the team. They've served the ball to her darn near every serve, and then she's made 4 or 5 diving saves or attempted saves. Nope, she's getting up and going back out there as soon as they check the lineup. She's going to come in for Lexi. So it'll be Josie hitting outside. Haley hitting in the middle. We've got our solid back row in with our two defensive specialists, Ava Gross and Madison Tuning, and our libero, Hannah Jorgensen. And of course, Caitlin's in the front row setting. Okay, again, Madison Tuning leads off as the setter, or as the server. Good serve. Linen with the set to the outside. There's a set outside to Josie. And the ball went a little long. Serve now to the Monarchs. Let's see if Josie can get this one over. Picked up there off the net by Josie. Another swing by Josie. Good dig by Sonicson. Hard swing by Inman. Josie with another swing. They get it tipped over. Josie saves it off the floor. And just out, but boy, I'll tell you, that was a lot of hustle by the Tigers and the Monarchs on that ball. Okay, we have Sonicson again serving. Hannah with the pass. Josie with a hard swing, blocked out. I don't know. They're debating on whether that was hit or if that was into the net. The down official should have had a good view of that. I'm thinking the ball was in the net and was it would have been 4 contacts, but they're discussing whether it was blocked out or 4 contacts. The captain's over listening to the discussion. I think maybe a replay would be a good one. Let's see what they do. And they're going to replay. Okay. We got Sonicson again serving. Score 2-0 for the Monarchs. And a serve into the net. 2-1. Alyssa coming in now for Ava. So Alyssa will hit off the right side. Haley will hit in the middle. Josie will be hitting outside. Caitlin serving. Wiggis picks it up. And just a little bit too long on the pass. So there's an ace serve for Caitlin. Nice soft short one there to handle. 6 with the push there. Set up to Josie, who has to backhand it. And just happened to brush the net on the way by. So a point for the Monarchs. 3, Caitlin Brune. Now the server. Hard serve. Pass by Madison. Over by Haley. Hard hit, but dug up by Hannah. Here's a free ball. See if we can take advantage of it. Hannah coming way from the back row to pick that up. The tip by Haley. Picked up by the Monarchs, and somebody was in. That must have been 2 contacts on that little pushover. If you're going to hit it with both hands, you have to hit them at the same time. Hannah with the serve to Wiggis. Set by Linen. Hit and put back over by Inman. And the ball drops for a point for the Tigers. Hannah again serving. Wiggis. Overpass. The Tigers take advantage of that. Pretty sure Alyssa didn't want to hit it like that, but it worked. She barely got a finger on that one. It happened to roll off one of the Monarch players and drop in. Hannah serving. Good pass. Oh, and that was a good quick attack. Set up well and hit hard by I thought it was Sonicson. Served by Baker. Overpass, but diving overpass there by Ava Gross. Normally you don't want to do that, by Madison Tuning. But Monarchs unable to handle it. Josie now serving. Coming in now to hit outside, Cameron Schabel. Okay, we'll see if they can get a hit out of this one. Ooh, hit and saved there. Good play by the Monarchs. By Leinen. Tipped over. And unplayable. There's a tip by, I think that was number 0, Langenfeld. Okay, Taryn Fink now serving. Another pass by Hannah, back set to Alyssa. And there's a kill, cross court. Well, that little combinations worked well tonight for Caitlin and Alyssa. Alyssa back to serve. Good driving serve down the line. Set. They did something. We were in the net on that ball. So that's going to be a kill by Langenfeld. Anna Wiggis, the server. Josie with the pass. Caitlin over. And that worked. A little back set to Lexi Thornock with the cross court from right to left. And now Lexi gets the serve. And that could be, it's got to be free balled over. It's going to be real tough to handle. Ball was in the ceiling twice. Haley Hoffman checked in after the last ball. Lexi still serving. Good serve. Set by Baker. Okay, there's a nice high ball to Caitlin, who gets on it and attack. Outside hit. Picked up by Cameron. Josie with the back row attack. Ball set clear to the other side. Tipped over by Leinen. Set outside to Cameron. Put back on the Carroll side by the Monarchs. They're going to save this one. Lexi with the free ball over. There's a tip into the hole. Oh, man. A little mix-up on everybody was after that one. You get too many hands in there to handle it. And we're at 9-7 favor of the Tigers. Serve back to Ava. Haley just a little bit long, hitting from the outside on that ball. Serve receive. Leinen serving. Let's see where she goes with this. To Hannah. There's a set outside to Haley. And there's another kill by Haley Hoffman, who's had a real good night. She had 4 kills maybe in the second, and she had 5 in the second set. 4 in the second set, and she got another one now. Okay. Madison serving. Set to the outside. Well hit ball by Slater to start that. And there's a hard hit for the Tigers. And I don't know what was going on there. It looked like the whole bench was going in for the Carroll. Madison with a long serve. Now Sonicson serving. Let's see if she goes to Hannah in the middle, which she did. Okay, saved up there. Josie was going to hit it out of the front row there. And that ball drops for a kill. It's kind of unorthodox there, but had two kind of high balls, and Josie just coming to pick it up. All right, rotating back now. Caitlin serving. And there's a set for Slater. It was blocked out of bounds, so there's a kill for Slater for the Monarchs. 12-10. Keeping it tight. That serves long. 13-10. Lexi comes back in. She'll be playing in the middle. Hannah serving. There's a hard serve to Wiggis. There's two contacts on that ball. Hannah again serving. Just a little short. 14-11. Kaylee Baker in. Serve to Hannah. Well, that was a hard hit by Josie, but picked up very nicely. Dig there by Hannah. Back to Josie. Picked up by Wiggis. Ball all the way across court and saved by. Whoa! And there's a finally ended that one. Solid pickup there by Madison going cross court, and ended with a kill by Josie off the hands and out of bounds. Josie now with the serve. Cameron in. She'll be hitting left or outside. There's a tip. Boy, that was some miscommunication there a little bit. It would ended up being kind of a quick set. Kyra Langenfeld wasn't ready for it, but smartly played the tip over. Fink now serving. Denison down by 3. Josie with the pass. It's a back set again to Alyssa. And that ball went into the net. One of the few hitting errors Alyssa's had this evening. Hannah again with the pass. Back set. Push deep. And on the line, that ball was in. In that back set was not close enough to the net to hit. And a nice push down the line by Alyssa. Alyssa now serving. Good pass. There's a right idea there by Baker, but tipped it just short. We got a timeout now by the Monarchs. Girls made a couple point run here. 17-13. And we'll get a chance here during this timeout to run through the Tiger Vision sponsors again. 712 Youth Group, Carroll Booster Club, CHS Foundation, Culver's, Shelley Haluska and Edward Jones, I Saw the Sign, New Way Ford, Team Auto Group, United Bank of Iowa, and Western Iowa Networks. Again, our Tiger Vision sponsors. Okay, Tigers up 2-0, hoping to close it out with a 3-0 win, a 4-point lead. Just to clarify, that was 2-0 or 2-0, in case you thought I said a 1. Okay. All right, Alyssa's back serving. Floater to the Wiggis. Set up to the right side. Is over by Linen. We'll see what the set in the middle does. Lexi with an attack. Number 12 with a rollover. Dug up by, oh man, right idea again, but just shorted on there by Lexi. Another dig there by Hannah. Between the passes and the digs, she's going to be worn out after this one. Heather Kennebeck in the back row for the Tigers. Pass by Josie. Tip over by Cameron, but picked up. There's going to be an attack on the outside. Roll, and that one dropped in just in front of Josie, who made a dive for it. Okay, Wiggis now serving. Monarchs just down by 2. Hard serve, pass by Josie, but out of bounds. 17-16 for the Tigers. Floating serve to Heather. Hard hit ball picked up by Wiggis. There's a swing. Pass dug up by Josie. A rolling shot by Cameron. Coming from the outside toward the middle and dropping that into the hole. Gives the Tigers a 2-point lead, similar to what happened second set. Okay, pass up to the outside to Linen. She can't get it over. 19-16. Lexi serving. Tigers hoping to run here. Good solid serve. We got a set to the outside. Josie going to back row attack it. And not playable by the Monarchs. Killed by Josie. Sonicson had a good hit, hard hit ball there. Looked like might have been a point for the Monarchs, but the Tigers picked it up. There's a good solid serve again. There's a tip. Picked up and saved, but I think they're going to call a lift there. Yeah, ball kind of fell into Caitlin's lap, and she didn't have a lot of choice. Hannah coming in for Lexi. Heather with the pass. Over and put back, but put immediately back by Haley. Ball coming over. Hannah with the dig. Cameron. And blocked by the Monarchs. Hannah Slater, one of the blockers on that ball. Monarchs close it to 2-point deficit. Linen now serving. Heather with the pass. Josie with the attack out of the back row for a kill. Gotten 2 or 3 nice points out of Josie out of the back row on this one, on this set. Madison now serving. 3 points up. Coach Klink calling the serve. Where it's going to go. I don't think she called it into the net, but she did call it down to down the line. Number 12, Sonicson now serving. Need a good pass on this ball. Good pass by Hannah. Where's it going to go? Oh, little mix-up. Set a little long for the middle to take and a little short for the outside to get. 21-20. Josie again with an attack. Ah, boy. That ball was really close. And then got called in. Well, we're right on the line, and it was right on the line. Oh, there's a kill off the block by Monarchs. Passed up by Hannah. Josie with a little push down. Ball set by Linen. Slater with the put over. Josie with a little block. Put back over the net. Free ball. Carroll needs to take advantage of this one. And Alyssa Brandt, that ball was out. Ties the set at 22. Monarchs battling back. Carroll a little bit out of sync in this set. Now again, if I don't get a chance to mention the Tiger Vision workers tonight, Dylan Hazenfeld, Carson Schoenfeld, Jack Friel, Brandon Bohawk, Elisha Lowe, Brighton Hadway, and Miles Bogue. Most of those guys are sitting down just watching the action right now in the control booth. Probably have their feet up eating candy. But they do a great job. They had this all set up just like we wanted it, and they're ready to roll. All right, here we go. Crucial point here for both teams. And that serve went long. There's Tigers 23 with Hannah serving. Hannah served a bunch of points this set. Actually, this whole match. Getting 24 would really be good. But that ball was out. Just wide. So both teams have, oh wait. Now what are they calling it? I don't know. 24, so they awarded the point to Carroll. It must have been in. And now we have a timeout. Yeah, I'm not sure if there were enough players in the way and the line judge trying to back up to get out of the way, if they could see clearly what happened there, but the official seemed to think it was in, and I'm not 100% sure with what happened there. But the point went to the Tigers, so 24-22. Been a couple of real close ones that have gone Tigers' way, fortunately. And we have Hannah serving for the set and the match. Wiggis with the pickup. Set to Sonicson. Now we got outside with a free ball. And Josie off the fingertips with a kill. And that ends it 25-22. So Carroll now goes to 7-6 on the season with a 3-set win over the Monarchs, 25-13, 25-20, and 25-22. Up next for the volleyball teams is a trip to Winterset on Thursday to take on the highly rated Huskies in a Raccoon River Conference match. On the 18th, on Saturday, the Tiger freshmen, they're at Denison. The JV is at Gowrie, and the varsity hosts the Carroll Invitational. Teams competing with Carroll Saturday are Arweva, Fort Dodge, Humboldt, IKM Manning, Newell Fonda, South Central Calhoun, and Storm Lake. Match 1 starts at 8:30, and 1 week from tonight, Tiger Vision will be streaming a home match against the Ballard Bombers. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brian Hogue signing off for the Tiger Vision team.